Cedric Muhammad, CEO of the Hip-Hoppreneur. I want to welcome you to another Turn the Camera On session. First, I want to thank everyone who has been engaging us on our Small Business Challenge, the Hip-Hoppreneur Small Business Movement 2020. We're going to adopt 3 businesses in 8 locations in the Northeast Corridor, I call it. Philly, City of Philadelphia, Camden, we're looking, Trenton, looking for New Brunswick, looking for East Orange, looking for Newark, I said it right, Newark, Jersey City, and New York City. Those 8 cities we're looking to adopt 3 small businesses and work with them for a year. I want to thank everyone who does not live in any of those areas, who has paid no attention and could care less about our intention to focus on that region. You're wearing me down with your persistence and your incredible business ventures already underway. It's very inspiring. We will do something as well for those of you who live outside of the Northeast Corridor. Stay tuned. Okay, so this is all about you saying, okay, why does he have on an Alabama Crimson Tide jacket on? He's going to talk about Rutgers. Because the 3 reasons why Rutgers hiring Greg Schiano was such a brilliant move have everything to do with this A. Because in 4 years, this A is going to be an R when Rutgers wins a national championship in college football. So let's break this down from the perspective of a business and the issue, particularly the dynamic of brand alignment, which Rutgers has a brand alignment problem. That's why I'm using the hiring of Greg Schiano and their eventual success in college football to make a broader point. And that point is that even though we live in an era of globalization and the internet and social media, location is not dead. People have declared the death of the physical location, the brick and mortar store. Anything that is immobile is supposedly, did I just say supposedly? Yes. It's supposed to be, or supposedly, now known as supposedly, irrelevant, not true. So I wrote about this before. I believe in an all hip hop piece. I talked about the power of LOCAF, and that's an acronym and abbreviation for location, category, alphabet, time, and hierarchy. And these are the way that you create value through information. Most people say now that category is the way you do it. It's actually hierarchy. If you can combine that with location, you've got the ultimate. So a physical location and a business that gives meaning through hierarchy, putting, curating, giving insight, adding value by the ability to go deeper than just a surface category. That's how you create value. It can get a little complicated, but we advise clients on that, and we'll talk more about that. So Rutgers has a middling problem. Is it an Ivy League school or is it a state school? I would say most of the people, if I tell them, if I mention Rutgers at all, about half of them think Rutgers is an Ivy League school, like, the Princetons, the Harvards, etc. And with the name being Rutgers and the R being so prominent, very few people have put together that Rutgers is the State College of New Jersey. So that's an issue. We produce all of these NFL stars, we get all these NCAA violations, and we have no wins to show for either. And it creates in your mind this lack of a clear identity. So Rutgers has a clear brand alignment problem. Now, the other reason, so this hiring of Greg Schiano sets the stage for a football program that's competitive. And if your football program is competitive, it puts your region on the map. Again, think as an artist and think as a business owner as well as a sports fan. The region in between Philadelphia and New York City is like no other. I'll give you 3 examples when it comes to something being hot. If you're hot in that region and you got all 3 cylinders working, Philly, Jersey, New York, there's nothing bigger than that. Number 1 market. Tom's River Little League baseball team. Those jokers were in Jersey and apart. People couldn't even find Tom's River on the map. Philly claimed them. The local news in Philly claimed them as a local team. New York City, of course, claimed them. And New Jersey already knew about Tom's River. I'll give you another reference for those of you in hip hop that really, really know what I'm about to say is true. The first Naughty by Nature album. Naughty by Nature may be the best example of a group that could get Jersey South and North, Philly, and New York City actually came after Philly and New Jersey were on board. Anyone who went to Philadelphia that summer prior to the release of the first Naughty album knows what I'm talking about. And then the best example is Rutgers football 2006. Take a look at the game when Rutgers was ranked 15 and they played Louisville. They were ranked third. The Empire State Building was lit up in scarlet red. The whole region had gotten behind Rutgers. They won the game. Just Google that. It's YouTube that. Watch those highlights. An incredible moment. So if you can get this region hot and you can get it to be the source of conversation, you can have an impact on pop culture like no other. And all due respect to all my friends from Philly and Jersey and New York that moved down to Atlanta, I hear you. But when you got New York popping and Philly popping and Jersey popping, there's no comparable region. So conversation is commerce. And so, we spend a lot of time on sports, and some people may not understand why, but in this day and time, sports drives popular culture and conversation really like few other things. And I would say more so than music. The sports controversies are bigger now than music controversies. The beef in sports now play out bigger than they do in music for reasons that we've talked about previously. So Rutgers has to learn these three things: the power of region, it has a middling problem, and that conversation is commerce. You get this market popping, the TV and all of that comes with it. And then all of the networks, the business networks, the religious networks, the street organization. Everybody from Philly to New York gets on board. And that merchandise, that R like this A, becomes something incredibly valuable. And we'll talk more about how to value a brand in the future. So I predict by 2024, Rutgers will win a national championship. Why? Why is Schiano so important? Because Schiano can do the two things you need to win in college football. He can keep the Jersey talent in state. He can attract Pennsylvania and New York talent, which is incredible. And he can go into Florida. And if you can go into Florida, you don't really have to go too many other places. Give you three more pop culture references about the power of Jersey, Philly, and New York working as one. The Sopranos. I can almost rest my case on that. Housewives of New Jersey. Another great example. All right, send me your thoughts. Am I out of my mind? Again, we're making the point about the power of this incredible region, the Northeast Corridor. We're coming to work with businesses in Philly, Camden, Trenton, New Brunswick, East Orange, Newark, Jersey City, and New York City in 2020. And of course, this does not preclude us from relationships with businesses all over the United States. But we'll explain more about why we're taking a regional approach on an annual basis for a special kind of work that we're performing. Cedric Muhammad, CEO of the Hip-Hoppreneur. Take a look at our small business contest, our small business movement for 2020. Peace.